Hello guys, so today we have a new comparison of the camera. So again, from the title itself, we have two comparisons or Sony camera. First, we have the Sony A7C and the new Sony ZV-E1. And guys, we choose these two camera because they have both similarity. It's compact, full frame, mirrorless camera from Sony. So again, let's start compare the two amazing camera from Sony. Again guys, I will in this vlog I'm gonna show you what's the difference of these two camera by specs. And again, I'm gonna help you to decide which one is good for you or which one is the best on your need. So again guys, let's start. First, we have the Sony A7C which announced last September of 14, 2020, while the Sony ZV-E1 announced last March 29, 2023. Again, the Sony A7C is 24 megapixel full frame BSI CMOS sensor, while the Sony ZV-E1 is 12 megapixel full frame BSI CMOS sensor. And guys, so let's start, and I'm gonna show you why you need to consider to buy the Sony ZV-E1 over the Sony A7C, not because it's new, but on these specs. So first, you have already dedicated video and still switch. Yeah? So you have your video and still switch. Okay. The image processor, it's newer for the Sony ZV-E1 because it's already Bionic XR. Bion Z XR. While the Sony A7C is the Bion ZX. ISO maximum ISO resolution, maximum ISO, sorry, it's 102.400 compare for 51.200 of the A7C. Number of focusing point, the Sony ZV-E1 have 759 focusing point compared for 693 of the Sony A7C. The LCD dot resolution, you have already 1.37K dots or 1037 dots for the Sony ZV-E1, while 922K dots of Sony say A7C. Uh, so again, for the weight, this is more lighter. It's 483 grams compared for 509 grams of the Sony A7C. Um, and the big difference of these two guys again is the bitrate, video bitrate. It's 500 megabits per second for the Sony ZV-E1, while 100 megabits per second for the Sony A7C. Yan. Again, for the tracking, you have the new tracking from the Sony ZV-1. You have vehicle tracking autofocus and insect tracking autofocus. Yan, it's new for the Sony ZV-E1. So again, let's try to check the A7C over the Sony ZV-E1. First is the electronic viewfinder for the Sony A7C, focus coverage, and the image resolution. Again, this is 24 megapixel over compare for the 12 megapixel of the Sony a Sony ZV-E1. A battery life, you have 740 shots compared for 570 shots for the Sony ZV-E1. So, and guys, this is specs you need to consider to buy the Sony A7C over the Sony ZV-E1. Again, both of these camera guys have there's no built-in pop-up flash. If you can notice or check or see on the camera itself, you don't have the pop-up flash on both camera. Yeah. On both camera, there's no pop-up flash. Yeah. Again, for me, I will consider if you are looking more in photography, then actually guys, they are both 10 frames per second as I remember. They're both 10 frames per second. Yeah, it's 10 frames per second continuous. And both of this camera have 120 frames per second video. And so, and again guys, they have the common specs. First, they have the gyroscopic stabilization, video limit is unlimited. It's more than 30 minutes more than. It depends on the battery when you charge. Again, they have both same battery that they use. Both camera have wireless connection, Bluetooth connection, image stabilization, fully articulated screen. They're both fully articulated screen, external hot shoe, both touch screen, face detection, maximum continuous shooting, microphone port, headphone port, and weather sealed camera. So again, both also have NFC, selfie vlogging friendly LCD, dual electronic level, smartphone remote. Okay, so you have also the webcam function for these two camera, and you have the anti-flicker and the eye tracking focus. Yeah, so this is the two best Sony camera, compact full frame mirrorless from the Sony. Yan, you have the Sony A7C and the new Sony ZV-E1. They said that the Sony ZV-E1 is the newer A7C, but I think the Sony A70C now it's more in photo because you have the 24 megapixel on the A7C, while 12 megapixel for the Sony ZV-E1. So again, if you are more in video, then I will go for Sony ZV-E1 because you have already the 500 megabits per second video bitrate over the 100 megabits per second of the Sony A7C. In low light, again, for sure that you have a good image in the low light for the Sony CVE1 because you have only the 12 megapixel similar with the Sony A7C. So if you are more in video, vlogging or content creator, then I will go for the Sony ZV-E1. But you are in more photography, street, everyday or any kinds of photography that you want to bring a compact full frame camera, then I will go for Sony A7C. So again guys, for my suggestion, if you are more in photography, then I will consider go for the A7C for the 24 megapixel and battery life. But and both of the camera guys, again, it's full frame camera, both full frame camera. So if you are more in photo, then I will go for Sony A7C. If you go in video, then I will go for Sony ZV-E1. So yan, hanggang dito lang guys. Again, if you want to check the product, especially we have now the Sony ZV-E1 in stock, you can visit to our website www.aabworld.com. So we have the Sony ZV-E1 body only, and we have also with the kit lens. So you can check to our website. If you want to order online, you can go for our website again, www.abworld.com. If you want to check the both camera, we have here the demo unit in Megastore showroom. But unfortunately, we don't have stock for the Sony A7C, but we have stock for the Sony ZV-E1 as of today. So yan. Again, you can visit our showroom, Megastore showroom in Symphony, Salmia. We have also in Shamia, and we have also in Igayla showroom. So, yan. Hanggang dito na lang guys. Again, flex, I want to flex my team, which is Team Positive Vlogger. Shout out to all the admin members ng Team Positive. Ang PBK 2.0 na si Palaboy FW, Brian Puntana, Julius, at si Audrey. So, hanggang dito na lang guys. Thank you, and mabuhay. Sa lahat ng nag-subscribe na sa atin, mga bagong subscriber, sa mga masugid na bash natin din. Hi sa inyo, sa lahat ng mga nagko-comment sa atin dyan. Pasensya na, medyo na busy tayo for vacation natin. So, yan. Hanggang dito na lang guys. Again, if you have any question regarding camera, photography, gears, or yan, unboxing, so, yan, just comment down below. So, hanggang dito na lang. Thank you and mabuhay.